Elsewhere now, all eyes will be on the Court of Appeal next week as proponents of the BBI seek to undo the recent stinging rebuke from a 5-judge High Court bench that declared the constitutional amendment bill null and void. Well, this comes as the president of the Court of Appeal, Justice Daniel Musinga, constituted a 7-judge bench to hear the appeals. Zainab Ismail with those developments.
These are the 7 men and women who will determine whether or not to uphold the High Court orders that stopped the Building Bridges Initiative Constitutional Amendment Bill on its tracks. Justice Daniel Musinga, the Court of Appeal President, will be the presiding judge. He will sit together with Justices Rosaline Nambuye, Hannah Okwengu, Patrick Kiage, Gatembu Kairu, Fatuma Sichale and Francis Tuyort. They will begin the sittings next week Tuesday to hear submissions by parties in the BBI appeal. The civil appeals have been consolidated into 5. They include IBC versus David Ndii and 81 others, BBI Secretariat versus David Ndii and 81 others, President Uhuru Kenyatta versus David Ndii and 81 others, and Charles Kanjama versus the Attorney General and others. However, before the case begins, a 3-judge bench will be constituted to hear the application that was filed by the AG this week that is seeking to strike out lawyer Charles Kanjama's BBI appeal on Monday. The AG argues that Charles Kanjama's petition is not properly before the appellate court as he was not a party at the High Court stage of the dispute. The 14th of May scathing ruling by the High Court bench of 5 judges sent a shockwave among the political class, blocking any plans by President Uhuru Kenyatta and his handshake partner Raila Odinga to make fundamental changes to the country's constitution. Part of the High Court's ruling was that President Kenyatta had violated the constitution by initiating a process which ought to have been started by ordinary citizens. President Kenyatta in response argued that the judges made a mistake in making declarations that would have far-reaching consequences, despite the fact that he was not party to the proceedings.
From the nullification of a presidential election in 2017 to an attempt to stop the will of the people as expressed through the BBI, the judiciary has indeed tested our constitutional limits.
Please allow the court to make a fair, properly informed decision without unnecessary attacks, comments by all concerned.
The appeal hearing is expected to conclude on Friday. The 7 judges will then retreat to write a judgment. Zainab Ismail, NTV.